Hi guys, Pointy here, Baxi approved installer, and today it's my honour to introduce to you a little treat that Baxi sent out to me recently. It's their new release, latest and greatest, Baxi 800 Combi 2. It's the same as a Baxi 800, just a little bit Baxier. So let's have a quick look at the packaging. This obviously being the 36 kilowatt model, and of course 20% hydrogen ready, so we're talking about future proofing there as well. With regards to features, we've still got 10-year parts and labour warranty from the manufacturers. We've got fantastic 15 litres a minute hot water output. We've got the stainless steel heat exchanger inside as well, and of course those all important brass hydro blocks. Some new features which we'll have a look at when we get inside the boiler later on, once it's on the wall. We've got a combined PRV and drain off, which means when you come in to service the boiler, you can isolate the valves and drain out through the PRV as long as you've installed the PRV outlet correctly. We've also got a preheated condense trap, which is going to help protect against frozen condenses if it's going externally, which means you've got peace of mind for all of your installs and customers moving forward. We've also updated the board, which means we've now got much better compatibility with true open therm controls. So all of those different things, your Nests, your Hives, your CP4Is, are all going to be able to communicate with the boiler for much better efficiency on your heating and your hot water control. Right then, so the outer sleeve now removed, you can see there's been a massive improvement with the packaging. We've now got eco packaging, which means that the pieces of polystyrene that used to be here are now a clever composite cardboard mix that's just recycled paper squashed with steam into this very clever drop tested packaging. We've also got on the top a cardboard tray with our cardboard box for the 80 micro 2 filter, which is included. We'll pop that to one side. We've got our multi-fit part, the Baxi Easy Fill filling link. This is the permanent filling link with the spring-loaded trigger. We'll look at that more later on. Recyclable plastic bag, of course. We've got your paperwork pack in a reusable plastic sleeve, which I always love leaving the paperwork in because it keeps it all tidy. They've also made those a bit thinner but a bit bigger so they last. And then this is where the big difference is. The plastic bags we used to have now been replaced with paper bags. So as much plastic as they can get rid of, they have really tried to get rid of moving forward with the Baxi Combi 2. So there's your connections pack in there, and of course you've got your brass valves in there. We'll have another look through these later on when we get the boiler on the wall. We can start to see how to pipe it off.
Moving now on to the template, which I absolutely love. They've actually implemented a change I suggested, and probably a load of guys have suggested a long time ago, with putting the bottom fixing screw holes on that for the jig as well, so you can mark and drill the holes before the boiler goes onto the wall. As you can see there, one person boiler lift, nice and easy into that cupboard, no issues. Of course, always bend your knees. Getting that flue fitted now, of course. They do a telescopic flue version. Of course, this comes with vertical, horizontal, all of your different adaptations with regards to angles. I like to use an angle grinder, clean off the burrs with a grinder, and then just smooth off and give a bit of a chamfer to the inner plastic flue part to make it slide into the elbow a little bit better. But as you can see, I like to fit a magnetic scale inhibitor on the cold main, as well as some isolation valves on the hot and the cold. We've got a Sporotech de-aeration air vent there as well, along with of course the supplied 80 micro 2 going straight into the pipework. Moving on to fitting the valves now, jet lube in the faces. Now these are flat face unions, which means that you can do the pipework up to the boiler and then just slip those in nicely, trimming them down a bit just to get the clip distances away from the wall absolutely perfect. And you'll see at the end here as well, a very easy pre-built filling link slipping straight on to the 2 half-inch threads underneath there on the return and the cold inlet. So after we fitted the filling link there, we're just going to quickly put a bit of blue juice on the shock arrestor and get that fitted as well.
Something that's very important to remember about the Combi 2 is that it's actually manually transferable over to LPG, so you don't need to buy any kit, you don't need to buy a different boiler. This boiler can do both. A simple changeover process on the parameters, which you can find in the manufacturer's instructions. You can stick it on LPG, which would be fantastic for those living out in the sticks.
So the boiler has now of course fired up on its own because we've got that heating link still in with no external controls wired up as yet. We've not got the front on the boiler, and yet that's obviously ramping up to maximum and it's very quiet. I'm very impressed with that.